The wild sound of ancient predictors echoed through a large barn in Bunnyborough. A young bunny named Judy Hopps appeared on a makeshift stage, trying to find her way through a papier-mâché and cardboard jungle. Judy's voice rang out loud and clear. Fear, treachery, bloodlust. Thousands of years ago, these were a force that ruled our world. A world where prey were scared of predators. And predators had an uncontrollable desire to maim and maul and... Suddenly a jaguar leaped on her from the shadows. Blood, blood, blood! Judy screamed as she crumpled under the attack, and death. After a long and drawn-out moment of terrible silence, Judy sat up, faced the confused audience, and smiled as she continued her monologue. A banner reading Carrot Day's talent show hung over the stunned crowd. Back then, the world was divided in two: vicious predator or meek prey. Two cardboard boxes dropped down from the ceiling. The first, labeled vicious predator in crayon, landed on top of the jaguar, and the second, labeled meek prey, landed on Judy. The boxes settled on their shoulders. In their heads, arms, and legs stuck out. But over time, we evolved and moved beyond our primitive, savage way. A young sheep wearing a white robe and a cardboard rainbow on his head did an improvisational dance across the stage. Judy and the jaguar burst out of their boxes, now wearing white robes too. Now predator and prey live in harmony. Judy and the jaguar revealed at another friendly youngster, shook hands as the sheep sprinkled glitter on them. And every young mammal has multitudinous opportunities, Judy said. Yeah, I don't have to cower in a heart anymore, said the sheep. Then he ripped off his robe, revealing a handmade astronaut costume. Instead, I can be an astronaut. I don't have to grow up to be a lonely hunter, said the jaguar, showing a business suit under his robe. Today, I can hunt for tax exemptions. I'm going to be an actuary. And no longer do I have to blindly serve the almighty carrot, said Judy. I can make the world a better place, saving lives, defending the defenseless. I'm going to be... Judy ripped off her robe and stood in a blue uniform, a police officer. In the audience, a nasty fox kid named Guardian Gray snickered to his two friends. That is the most stupidest thing I ever heard, he said. Back on stage, it was almost as if Judy had heard his remark. It may seem impossible to small minds, she said, pointing at him. I'm looking at you, Gideon Gray. Judy snapped her fingers, and a backdrop showing a bright city skyline unrolled behind her. But just 211 miles away stands the great city of Jutopia, where our ancestors first joined together in peace and declared that anyone can be anything. Thank you and good night. Judy proudly bowed, as if she had just given the performance of her life. Dutiful applause came from the audience, including her parents, Bonnie and Stu Hopps. Moments later, Judy, still wearing a police costume, excitedly exited the barn with her parents. Outside, the Carrot Days festival was in full swing as everyone enjoyed booths, games, and rides. Judy, ever wonder how your mom and me got to be so darn happy? Stu asked. Nope, Judy answered. Well, I will tell you how, Stu continued, as if he hadn't heard Judy. We gave up on our dreams and we settled, right, Bon? Oh yes, Bonnie agreed. That's right, Stu, we settled hard. See, that's the beauty of complacency, Jude. If you don't try anything new, you will never fail, Stu said. I like trying, actually, Judy said. Bonnie looked at her daughter. What your father means, hon. It's gonna be difficult, impossible, even for you to become a police officer. There's never been a Bonnie cop, Stu said. I guess I will have to be the first one, said Judy as she puckered against the fence. Because I'm gonna make the world a better place. Or heck, you wanna talk about making the world a better place? No better way to do it than becoming a carrot farmer, said Stu. Yes, your dad and me, your 275 brothers and sisters. We're changing the world one carrot at a time, said Bonnie. Amen to that. Carrot farming is a noble profession, Stu agreed. But Judy stopped paying attention to her parents when she spotted Gideon Gray following some little kids. She was instantly alert, and she went after him. You get it, honey? Bonnie asked Judy. I mean, it's great to have dreams. Yeah, just as long as you don't believe in them too much. Stu continued as she looked around for his daughter. Jude, where the heck did she go? Judy got closer and saw Gideon Gray doing what the fox did best, bullying some kids. Give me your ticket right now, or I'm gonna kick your little sheep butt, said Gideon, before giving the kids a shove. What you gonna do? Cry? Oh, yapped the sheep. Cut it out, Gideon. Hey, said Judy firmly. You heard her, cut it out. Gideon looked at Judy and laughed. Nice costume, loser, he sneered. What crazy world are you living in where you think a bunny could be a cop? Kindly return my friend's ticket, Judy said calmly. Gideon sneered and stuffed the ticket into his pocket. Come get it, but watch out, because I'm a fox, and like you said in your dumb elite stage play, as a predator used to eat prey. And that killer instinct is still in our Donna. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced DNA, whispered one of Gideon's wolf paws. Don't tell me what I know, Travis, Gideon said, irritated. You don't scare me, Gideon, said Judy. Gideon shoved Judy so hard that she fell to the ground with a thud. Judy's eyes began to water. You scared now? Gideon said cruelly. The other prey animal cowered behind a tree, leaving Judy to face the bullies alone. Look at her nose switch, said Travis mockingly. She is scared. Cry, little baby bunny. Cry, cry, Gideon taunted. Bam! Before Gideon could say another word, Judy kicked him in the face with her hind legs, knocking him down. But he sprang right back up, and he was mad. Oh, you don't know when to quit, do you? Gideon said, unsheathing his claws like a fist of knives. He slapped Judy in the face, his sharp claws digging into her skin, making her bleed. Then he knocked her down and held her face in the dirt. I want you to remember this moment, Gideon said coldly. Anytime you think you will ever be anything more than just a stupid, carrot-farming dumb bunny. Gideon and his pal walked away, laughing, leaving Judy in the dirt. She got up, wiped the blood off her cheek, and glared at their backs. Oh jeez, that looks bad, said Gareth, a sheep. Are you okay, Judy? Asked Sarah, the sheep the bullies had taken the tickets from. Judy took a breath and pulled something out of her front pocket, smiling wide. Here you go, she said, returning the ticket that Gideon had stolen. Wicked, you got our ticket, said Sarah. You're awesome, Judy, exclaimed Gareth. That Gideon Gray doesn't know what he's talking about, Sarah added. Judy slapped her police hat back on top of her head, and there was a look of determination in her eye. Well, he was right about one thing. I don't know when to quit. 15 years later, Judy Hopps worked her tail off in the Jutopià Police Academy. She was small compared to the rest of the cadets, who were mostly elephants, rhinos, and bison. But she was strong-willed. Because of her size, the physical training was the toughest part. Cadets had to get through obstacles in simulators that mimicked all of the 12 unique ecosystems that made up the city of Jutopià. From freezing tundra town to sweltering Sahara ski, each ecosystem presented its own set of the challenges, whether it was trying to scale a nice wall or survive in a scorching sandstorm. Judy felt down more than anyone. In her mind, she could hear the voices of her parents, her drill instructors, and Gideon Gray all doubting that there could ever be a bunny cop. And it was those voices that made Judy work harder than anyone else. Through persistence and perseverance, she managed to keep up and surprise everyone. In the final weeks of training, Judy used her bunny skill, like her strong legs and her great hearing, to help prove her worth. She sailed through the physical obstacles and at times even passed the other cadets. Once she knocked down a male rhino 10 times her size during a final sparring session. On graduation day, Judy took her place among the other graduates during the ceremony, including the rhino who sported a fat lip and a black eye. A mayor, a lion named Leodore Lionheart, stepped up to the podium. As mayor of Jutopià, I'm proud to announce that my Memo Inclusion Initiative has produced its first police academy graduate. The valedictorian of her class, said this, the very first rebel police officer, Judy Hopps. Assistant Mayor Bellwether, her badge. The mayor said to a small sheep standing nearby. Oh, yes, right, said Bellwether. Judy, it is my great privilege to officially assign you to the herd of Jutopià. Precinct 1 City Center, Ryan said. Judy walked across the stage to the sound of defending applause, the loudest coming from her parents, even as Stu sobbed. Mayor Lionheart handed Judy her diploma, while Bellwether stepped forward and pinned her ZPD badge onto her uniform. Congratulations, Officer Hopps. I won't let you down. This has been my dream since I was a kid, said Judy. It's a real proud day for us little guys, Bellwether whispered. Bellwether, make room, will you? Said Ryanhurst, smiling broadly. All right, Officer Hopps, let's see those teeth. A photographer posed Judy with Mayor Lionheart and Bellwether, but Lionheart edged Bellwether out of the photo. Days later, Judy's parents, along with several siblings, accompanied her to the train station. We're real proud of you, Judy, said Bonnie. Yeah, scared too, said Stu. Really, it's a prod scare combo. Zootopia is so far away in such a big city. Guys, I've been working for this my whole life. Judy told parents, trying to hide how thrilled she really was. We know, said Bonnie, and we're just a little excited for you, but terrified. Only thing we have to fear is fear itself, said Judy. And also bears, said Stu. We had bears to fear too, to say nothing of lions. Wolves? Wolves? Bonnie asked, perplexed. Whistles, Stu continued. You play cribbage with a whistle, said Bonnie. And he cheats like there's no tomorrow. Pretty much all predators too. And Zootopia's full of them. And foxes are the worst. Actually, your father does have a point there, added Bonnie. It's in their biology. Remember what happened with Gideon Gray? When I was 9, said Judy, Gideon Gray was a jerk who happened to be a fox. I know plenty of bunnies who are jerks. Sure, we'll do, absolutely, said Stu. But just in case, we made you a little care package to take with you. He held out a bag. And I put some snacks in there, said Bonnie. Judy looked inside and saw a bunch of pink spray canitas. This is fox repellent, explained Stu, picking one up. Yeah, that's safe to have, said Bonnie. This is fox deterrent, Stu said, pointing at something that looked like an air horn. The deterrent and the repellent, that's all she needs, Bonnie said, trying to stop Stu from going overboard. Check this out, Stu said as he pulled out a fox taser and turned it on, causing it to sizzle. Oh, for goodness sake. She has no need for a fox taser, Stu. Come on, when is there not a need for a fox taser? Asked Stu. Okay, I will take this to make you stop talking, said Judy. She grabbed the pink can of fox repellent as the train approached. Terrific, everyone wins, Stu exclaimed. Arriving Zootopia Express, called the conductor. Okay, gotta go, bye, said Judy, heading from the train. Stu and Bonnie held back tears as they watched their daughter walk off. Suddenly, Judy turned back and ran to her parents. She wrapped her arms around them both. I love you guys, she said, hugging them. Love you too, said Bonnie. After one more hug, Judy jumped onto the train. Christ, here comes a waterworks, said Stu as his tears started to flow. Oh, jeez. Oh, Stu, pull it together, whispered Bonnie. The big crowd of bunnies watched Judy go, and as the train pulled away, they ran next to it, waving and shouting their goodbyes. Bye, everybody, bye, Judy called. When their faces faded into the distance, Judy climbed to the observation deck and took a deep breath. She pulled out her phone and clicked on some music, feeling like her life was about to begin.